Whoa! Hello everyone. Almighty Tevin here on behalf of KO Gaming, and letting you guys know I'm very, very, very depressed that KO Gaming still only has 5,000 subs. This is such bullshit, dude. He has 181,000 subscribers on his main gaming channel. Why haven't you guys moved over? Why haven't you guys crossed over to the hot new channel KO Gaming that all the kids are talking about? Do you not know that KO Gaming hosts montages, countdowns, and reviews? And did you also know that you can go to the King of Hate vlogs if you want to see amazing vlog style content, including DSP Tries It and rants about Alpha Omega Sin? But yeah, Almighty Tevin here, doing one of these videos I seem to do pretty much every week. Uploaded one a couple of days ago about the DSP Alpha Omega Sin bullshit, and I ended up talking about that for almost 2 hours, which is not good, but whatever. I record these late at night, who fucking cares? It's not like I'm really missing out on doing anything else besides playing Street Fighter right now. Speaking of Street Fighter, self-plug, make sure to add me on your little Street Fighter friend, whatever the fuck they call it. My name on there is Almighty_Tevin. Or you can just add me on Steam. Same name. But what we're going to be talking about today is DSP's Patreon. I'm going to talk about that last, because I think the people that show up for the beginning of the video don't care. But yeah, skip to kind of the end of the video if you care anything about that. Not much to talk about. Besides the Alpha Omega Sin thing, also not much to talk about. So DSP is being nice to me, kinda. Not really, because I recorded a video like a couple of days ago. But yeah, got a new headset, if you didn't notice, and so the audio isn't awful. It still got some white noise to it that I could edit out. Not gonna do it for this video, but it's pretty alright headset. And I have a new chair. New, as in used. So RIP rocking chair. But let's get this show on the road. This is a weekend preview, February 21st, 2016. Far Cry Primal, that's a game everybody's talking about. Plants vs. Zombies 2, that's a game everyone's talking about. The Walking Dead Michonne, I think it's pronounced Michonne. Currently got 359 views. I heard the Division isn't great unless you have a team, but I haven't played it myself. Damn Daniel. Somebody posted that in my chat earlier. That's some kind of meme or some bullshit, I think. I don't fucking know. Feel your PC is only 10% to 15% slower than current generation stuff at the same gigahertz. It's a 6-core i7, blah, 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 blah. You need to take some time and set up less intensive streaming options. Yeah, I said that plenty of times. His PC can run a lot of stuff, but he got low confidence in it. I played the Division beta, and I'll plan on buying the game. Blah, 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 blah. After watching your Destiny playthrough, I say it's a good one for you to skip. Just don't think you have too much fun with it. He's gonna probably skip the Division unless Machinima gets him a free copy. Play Layers of Fear. Layers of Fear is on PS4, really? I played that when it was in early access. I didn't know it was on PS4. That's why everybody playing it. Anyway, let's start. I've been rambling for almost 4 minutes. Are we gonna get the hello everyone? We're gonna get 10 seconds of dead silence. There we go. Have a mute switch on the side of my headset, so when I do fuck with it, I'm just gonna keep my hand up here so I don't forget to unmute myself. I don't need any more mute disasters happening. Hello everyone. Click.
What is going on, everyone?
You
DSP
bastard.
here, and welcome to the weekend preview. Today is Sunday, February 21st, 2016. And whoa, what a week it's been.
What a
it's
week.
been pretty much every little bit as fun, as exciting, but as draining of a week as I thought it would be. This was Street Fighter V week, and boy was it a crazy marathon. I want to say, first of all, before we even get started with the weekend preview, for a very fun week coming up with 3 new games and all kinds of new fun stuff.
Fun.
Thank you to those of you who like watching my video content, whether it's vlogging or gameplay or
you
whatever.
Like this fucking
and you
for
knew
the
that this week I was going to be fully inundated with Street Fighter V, so you kind of said, all right, I'll be patient, I'll stay away, and I'll come back when stuff's refreshed. Remember I told you in 1 week's time, come back to the weekend preview, and we'll talk? Well, now is that time, because this week's going to be very exciting. And I did notice that a lot of people unsubscribed from DSP Gaming, just as I had asked them to last week, which was good. You did not have your inboxes flooded with Street Fighter V videos. Tomorrow will be the end tail of that, and I'll talk about...
Oh my god. Whatever. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
And then finally on Tuesday, new stuff starts. We go back to the old streaming and uploading kind of style, so you don't have to worry about all that inflood into your inboxes, okay?
Okay.
So
I have to say something. You don't see the mouse on the screen. Okay, good. I have to say something. If you plan on uploading so much videos to when you think people are going to unsubscribe from you because you're uploading so much videos, why would you do it anyway? It's like planning on breaking a law and you know you're going to get in trouble and you know you're going to get caught. You're like, man, I know I'm going to get caught as soon as I do this. I'm going to do it anyway. It's so weird. He just can't take, like, not even true editing. This is all he has to fucking do. If he want to put out all the matches, fine. Put out all the matches. Hit record. Hit stop record when the match over with. Put all the files in Premiere and drag them all behind each other. And put a transition over all of them. But he's not going to do that because doing it that way makes less money because it gets less views overall.
Briefly about the past week.
But I digress.
So those of you who maybe weren't, in the loop on absolutely everything, you know what's going on.
Okay? And BTW, I'm going to keep saying but I digress because it's fun to say. And I can say whatever I want to say and say but I digress after it and I get away with it because that's DSP logic. But I digress.
Okay. The good news is,
you know what I mean?
Per what I said I wanted to do in the last weekend preview, I got everything done. Last week I got reviews out for Firewatch, for Unravel, as well as for Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm, Shippuden, Habadoo. So
he still ain't saying the name of the game. Good job respecting the series. You know something I just randomly thought about? He did a review for the Black Ops 3 DLC. And he never did a review for the actual game. That's so fucking weird. Oh, by the way, let's go on a field trip. I meant to do this in the beginning of the video. I forgot about it. This is something quite phenomenal. You have to see it to believe it. Hello, everyone. Come on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the King of Hate.
All right. We got Street Fighter V first online gameplay, 107 videos. 107. And he uploaded 70, I think it was between 60 and 75. He uploaded almost 80 videos, more than 60 definitely, in one day. All Street Fighter V videos, all around 3 minutes long. That's how you run a YouTube channel. That is exactly how you run a YouTube channel. That's how you run a business. You upload 70 videos in one day, 70 bastard videos in one day. And another thing, to nitpick this, remember when MKX came out and DSP did all the MKX videos? As a matter of fact, we can take a field trip to that. But if you're looking at the title of these videos, right, you see Zangief versus Nakali, Zangief versus Ryu, Zangief versus Ryu, Zangief versus Ken, Zangief versus Ken, Zangief versus Ken. None of these look unique, do they? Except for a couple of them. Versus Sexy Chun-Li, versus Salty Runback Chun, versus Tricky Rashid. Ryu versus Ryu again. Ryu versus worst netcode ever. But most of these don't have unique names. And you say to yourself, okay, fine, he don't have unique names for the videos. But when you upload 107 videos, you really upload 107 videos, none of them have unique names. But let's go look up MKX. I remember when he played MKX, you probably don't remember. One of the things he mentioned, and either it was one of his random pre-streams or his weekend preview or some shit. I don't know why I remember random stuff like this, but I don't remember like other stuff I should remember. But one of the things he said was so good about these MKX videos was that they all had unique titles. If you watched a match and you wanted to see the match later, you could just look up the name of the match. Like all of these have unique names. Best Match versus Sub-Zero. Rage Quits in Spam versus Liu Kang. Unstoppable versus Sub-Zero. Well, except this one, Johnny Cage versus Sub-Zero, so never mind. All of them didn't have unique names, so I'm wrong on that. Best player equals match lag pattern. The majority of these had unique titles. I think the week 2, you know what it was? I think the premiere videos had unique titles, and for the second week he said fuck it and just called them part 2, and yeah, okay, I think that's what happened here. Yep, that's exactly what it is. The week 2 videos don't have unique titles, but the week 1 videos do. But you do something that's kinda not really different, but you do something different from what you normally do. Instead of just naming it part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, you give it unique names. And then when Street Fighter 5 come out, you go back to part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. That's the reason why he give his playthroughs. Let me go to a random playthrough. Naruto, why the fuck not? It's the reason why he give these unique names. I gotta click the video to show you, but this is part 3, a resurrection, Oru return. I don't watch the show, but yeah, you see these all have unique and different names instead of just part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And the reason why is to make the video easier to watch again if you like it, and it also makes the video look more interesting in the YouTube search. If you look up Naruto, or Naruto, how the fuck you want to pronounce it, if you look it up on YouTube and you see Naruto playthrough part 2, it's not gonna look interesting. But if you see a nice thumbnail and a fancy title, you're like, oh man, this looks interesting, you're gonna watch it. But I'm rambling. You hopefully get my point.
All those got released. In addition, I was able to do a first reactions vlog to the Deadpool movie that I had seen last weekend, and I was able to release an initial reactions to the final trailer for Batman vs. Superman. So all of that content got finished before Street Fighter 5 hit. And exactly as I had predicted, the Street Fighter 5 launch was not very smooth. The entire first day and a half that I wanted to play the game did not work online at all. It just went
funny because I mean, I don't do YouTube videos or streams for a job, obviously. Funny, he tried to play, I mean, he didn't try to play in the middle of the night either, but I tried to play Street Fighter 5 the night it came out at like 1 in the morning. And I got like 9 or 10 matches. And I was online and everything. And the connections was smooth and all of that shit. He tried to play and it didn't work for him that night. And it didn't work for him the next day. This is a good screen cap of him, by the way, making this stupid looking face.
Into the scrapper. And being that this is one of the most sparse fighting games ever when it comes to offline or single player content, not many people were too happy with the situation.
Complaining about the stuff you don't care about.
I made do with what I could do. And for the first entire launch stream, which was 2 hours on Monday night, and then for all day on Tuesday, I played with several different characters in their story mode, story runs, which are very short. Some of them are shorter than 10 minutes long. And then I tried to attempt some survival mode with those characters. So at least there was something for me to do during that time period.
At least
finally,
it was something
on Wednesday,
for you to
the
get views
servers
on.
finally started freaking working, and people could play online. And so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even Saturday, 4 days in a row, I was doing constant online play, whether it was against random people matched up, whether it was against a friend of mine, Brian Burke from the East Coast. There was a ton of
Shout out to
stuff
Brian.
that we all
those matches was pretty alright too.
Played out against
it's fun to see
casual matches,
two people that don't
everything.
necessarily know the game a lot play each other over and over and over again and actually learn the game.
This week alone, over 150 videos of Street Fighter 5, and I haven't even uploaded all of that stuff yet. Okay.
50
crazy
videos.
The amount of stuff that I covered in this game. So if you were away for the week, man, well, I wasn't paying attention. Did Phil cover it? Holy shit. I mean, head over to DSP Gaming and you're going to see a ridiculous amount of coverage of this game. All right? So what is left? Because ideally people are going to say, what the hell is left? What's going to happen with Street Fighter 5? All right? So here's the situation.
What's left? You play online every day over and over and over for 5 years, and then the next game come out and then you do it again for 5 years. That's how fighting games work, right?
For videos
Not for
right
DSP.
now, I have one batch of videos I haven't uploaded yet. It's a batch where I tried to play with Chun-Li online, and then I mixed it up and switched over to my main characters who I've been playing with all week from yesterday.
How could you not do good with Chun-Li?
Yesterday, Capcom actually changed the whole online matchmaking system I know. The game's only been working for, what, 2-3 days. They changed it again.
Listen to this
now
complaint.
You face all difficult opponents. So literally everyone I got matched up with was, like, playing only their main character, had double the amount of ranking points I had. They were literally whooping my fucking ass. So
should we go on a field trip for this? You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try to make it a short one. I'm gonna see how quick I can find an example
Hello,
of
everyone.
this. I'm not gonna say what I'm looking for an example of. I'm just gonna try to see how quick I can find it. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Street Fighter 5 first online gameplay. Pause the video. Let's scroll down to part
Holy
70.
shit.
Okay.
Oh.
This is part 70 of him playing Street Fighter. He as Birdie, and he rank 3,479. He playing against this Nash player. He's ranked 96,000. Damn, you can't see the Birdie rank. Well, you got to take my word for this. I don't feel like moving stuff around in OBS. But yeah, this dude is ranked 96,000, and DSP was ranked 3,400. It's part 70. Let's go to part 79.
All right, here we go. Can't block.
He's still ranked 3,479, and he playing against a not ranked player, someone that isn't even ranked. Now these matches, if you actually look at ranks and think they mean something, these matches sound a little unfair, don't they? It sounds like DSP is the person that's technically better than the person he's playing against, that he should win, or at least the odds are in his favor. Don't it sound that way? Let's go to part 87. Geef versus Ryu. He playing against someone that's not ranked. Yet again, he is ranked 3,479. Let's go to part 96. You get my point I'm making here? Part 96. He playing against someone that's not ranked. He's ranked 3,479. I think the ranking system was fucked up. Because how he played all of these matches and didn't raise or lower by one rank number. It's not like he got a new ranking like bronze or silver. He literally didn't go up one rank number. He was ranked 3,479. In 30 matches later, he was still ranked 3,479. But he playing against people that's ranked like 80,000 and stuff. And people that's not ranked at all. No complaints came from him then. But when he picks Chun-Li and he's playing against people that are silver and he's still super bronze, oh, now the matchmaking is fucked up. They changed it. It probably was fucked up in the first place and they fixed it. But I digress. Let's check one more. Just because, why the fuck not? Not ranked. And he ranked 3,479. And this is part 106, Rashid versus Ryu. So, yep. And let's go all the way to part 5. So this is his 5th match online. He ranked 37,000, and he ranked 37,263, and he playing against somebody that's ranked 37,263. You know what? I'm actually get rid of my little face cam for a second so you can see this. Rank 37,263. He playing against rank 37,263. Yeah, the rank system was already fucked up, and they fixed it. Because they fixed it, now you play against people that's slightly better than you, instead of the ranks being fucked up. Because this obviously isn't correct. How can two people be the same exact ranking number? That's kind of ridiculous. So yeah. But according to DSP, they changed it and messed it up because he's not playing against scrubs anymore. He's playing against people he should actually be playing against. It kind of reminds me of Tekken. Because if you're winning in Tekken, you're not going to be playing against other scrubs. You're going to be playing against other people that win. But yeah, let's continue.
So with Chun-Li, who was a new character I was just trying to learn, I lost almost every single...
Chun-Li is a new character he's trying to learn? The same Chun-Li that's been around for like more than 20 years? If you played Street Fighter 3 Chun-Li, you can pretty much play with Street Fighter 5 Chun-Li.
Match, but then I started playing with my mains and did a bit better. So those videos I have not even had a chance to upload yet. I certainly didn't want to overload
Cheesy,
everything
him and Cheesy
with
Rashid.
those videos. So I still have those.
Take us up.
As of today, I have uploaded every single story mode from Street Fighter V, so if you want to see the various character stories, those are available. They
Yeah,
even have
because
their
we
own
didn't see
playlist.
them anywhere else
And
yet.
I did a lot of survival mode gameplay, and all that's in its own playlist as well. You could check that out at your leisure. As of tomorrow will be my final day of Street Fighter V before it goes on a pretty long hiatus, so allow me to explain. I'm not saying that I'm not playing Street Fighter V anymore ever, just that this week in particular, there's 3 new releases I want to get to, and so Street Fighter V has to go on the back burner. It got a...
Remember, you guys, Patreon exists, so he can play games he wants to play, and not just worry about playing what's new. But he wants to play these 3 new games because they're new. When apparently he loves Street Fighter, apparently he don't love it enough.
A whole freaking week, which I almost never do for games. So that game will go on hold. I'll focus on the 3 new releases, and then maybe come early March, maybe I'll look to squeeze in a stream of Street Fighter V, and maybe I'll start doing it as, say, a once-a-week thing, where maybe I do...
It's February 22nd now as I'm recording this because it's past midnight. He's talking about going back to 5 in early March. He barely understands the game now. He's going to leave a game that he barely understands, a competitive online fighting game. He's going to leave that game alone for weeks. He barely understands it. Trust me. And I'm not talking about knowing combos. I mean knowing spacing, what move beats what, and all of that shit. He barely knows the game. And he's going to leave it alone for weeks. And go back to it maybe in the beginning of the next month. And then play it once a week after that. Now, do you think Darksyde feel is going to be any good at Street Fighter? Playing it once a week? No. When he did that with Street Fighter 4, he kind of got away with it because he already understood Street Fighter 4. He had played Street Fighter 4 a lot in 2009 and 2010. So when he left Street Fighter 4 alone for a while and went back to it and played it a little bit every once in a while, he kind of got away with it. He won some matches, but he's not going to be winning matches when he comes back to this game. He is going to be awful at Street Fighter 5, and he's never going to get good at it. And when I say good, I mean like legitimately good. Not just, oh, he won this match. He's not going to get good at it. So he's never going to go to any local tournaments. And yeah, there you go. Street Fighter, the FGC dream is dead.
One
R.I.P.
shorter 2-hour stream of Street Fighter V every single week, so that way I at least don't get rusty and I can stay in the mood for playing the game. And
yes, you're not gonna get rusty if you play a fighting game 1 to 2 hours a week. 1 to 2 hours, and that's 1 to 2 hours of the game being on. That's not actual playtime. 1 to 2 hours. You're gonna get maybe 15, 16 matches, maybe 20, 25 matches.
Bottom line is, coming in March is all this new
he never
expansion
even
content
learned the
supposedly
game
for
and he's
Street
leaving it
Fighter
alone
5,
already.
including a challenge mode, including the first DLC character Alex, a boss rush mode, and supposedly some other stuff too.
A boss rush
and yes,
mode?
I want to explore that content. Okay.
What bosses?
So Street Fighter V will be played tomorrow for the last time for a little bit. Then maybe you'll see it once a week until all new content comes out. Then I'll cover the new content, and that's how I'm going to handle it. So for those of you who've been loving this week, you love the Street Fighter V coverage.
Come back next month.
Don't worry, it's not that I'm quitting the game. It's just that at this point I have to get back to my normal
If
schedule.
you loved it, come back next month.
Thousands upon thousands of people that enjoy watching me do stuff. They don't want to see me just play Street Fighter V all day. And
But I do.
I understand that, and hey, I understand too. I want to play other games. I don't just want to play Street Fighter V and get so fucking burnt out on it, because that's kind of, honestly, that's kind of what happened to me during my competitive Street Fighter days. Is I put so much time and effort for such a long period of time into Street Fighter that when I started doing stuff for YouTube, I enjoyed playing Street Fighter, but I was like, I can't just do this. It's too overwhelming. It's too much dedicated to one thing, and you miss out on so much else in the gaming universe. Okay, so in that regard,
I don't believe that.
Don't worry, Street Fighter V isn't permanently going away. But let's talk about the conclusion.
It's just going to come back
Monday,
sporadically.
The 22nd of February.
Okay, then.
All right. First,
remember when he said he was going to play MKX annually, once a week and so, and he was going to do fan appreciation and all of that? I think he did that twice. He did it like 2 weeks. And then he said, okay, I'm going to be leaving it alone until the next DLC character comes out. And then he played the DLC characters and he never went back to it again. So, yeah. I don't think Street Fighter V is going to get that fate necessarily, but anything is possible.
Can't do a first stream tomorrow.
Especially if the views are low.
I just want to make that abundantly clear. There's no way I could do a first gameplay stream with Street Fighter V. Now, you may say, why? Well, normally my gameplay streams run from about noon Pacific to 4 p.m. Eastern, right? Well, guess what? In all of their fucking wisdom, Capcom has decided we're going to take the servers down from 1 to 4 p.m. on Monday. Now, I just want you to think about this. 1 to 4 p.m., that's Pacific time. East Coast, that's 4 to 7 p.m. Prime time hours to be playing the game. People are getting home from school and work. They're going
It's DSP. So let me get it straight. Capcom's supposed to take the servers down in the middle of the night in America, so then people in Japan can't play. Pretty much. Or they could take them down in the middle of the night in Japan, and either way somebody's gonna lose. But the only reason why DSP mad about this is because he can't stream it. You know, most normal people will just say, okay, well, it's down for maintenance. I'm going to wait until it's not in maintenance and then stream it. But no, not DSP. DSP is like, oh, Capcom doing maintenance. Fuck it. It's their fault. I can't stream.
Play, can't play. Taking
can't
the servers down for maintenance, okay?
Okay.
Bullshit. It's preposterous. Did this ever happen with Street Fighter 4? No. Has this ever happened ever with another fighting game? No. The only games that I can even tell you that I know that they have this.
MKX did a beta during the lifespan of MKX being out. They did a beta for a new netcode server infrastructure or whatever. But did any other fighting games take the servers down for maintenance? No. First of all, he kind of just pulling that out of nowhere because he's making assumptions, obviously. Because he didn't play Guilty Gear when it came out. He didn't play any of the Blast Blue games when they came out. At least I don't think he did. So how does he know this? He's just saying it and hoping it's true. But even still, none of those games have the same amount of people playing them online than Street Fighter. Street Fighter got a lot of fucking people playing. When you have a lot of fucking people playing and you want to make sure those people can keep playing, sometimes you got to put the servers down for maintenance. Battlefield 4 did it a lot. But Street Fighter 5 doing it now is unexcusable. So he would rather the game not work instead of the servers get taken down so they can make it work better, pretty much. No. He just wants the game to work when he wants it to work so he can get his views. He don't care about what happened to it after that.
Kind of server maintenance are MMOs, where you've got thousands upon thousands of people logging in and doing these really complex interactive universes, right?
Thousands of people are logging into Street Fighter and doing complex juggle combos.
A map that has 400 people on it. Okay, maybe you need to take the server down for maintenance. This is a game with one-on-one fucking combat. What fucking maintenance do they need to do?
Is he really this dumb? Is he really this simple-minded? I hate to sound like I'm just sitting here trashing him, but is he really this simple-minded to think the world is that simple? That is that black and white? Wow. He got to be joking right now.
This kind of server maintenance back with the beta, they couldn't figure it out then, I guess, so they're going to have to keep doing this. I get the feeling they're going to be doing this every week. There'll be server maintenance for Street Fighter 5, even though it's unheard of in the fighting game realm.
Because no other fighting games is fucking popular. And whatever.
So anyway,
oh my God, he can't be this simple.
My original plan was that this Monday was going to be my last hurrah. I was going to do a long-ass gameplay stream.
See, this is why he's really mad, because he can't stream it.
During the day where I was going to do ranked matches against the toughest opponents,
Can he just wait until Tuesday and stream Street Fighter? He really needs to get those Far Cry views, don't he? He really needs them.
Really going to tough it out and try to do good with the kids.
He can't just wait until the servers come back online and play. He can't even do that. Just not, fuck it, I'm not playing it.
Characters that I've been playing with, and now I can't do that thanks to Capcom being so fucking inept at what they do and having their thumbs so firmly shoved up their cornholes that they don't know how to fucking do a fighting game launch anymore, even though fighting games are what they got popular on. Figure that one out.
You know, because Street Fighter 2 had an online launch. Of course it did. This is okay. Let's think about it this way. Street Fighter 4 launched. Was kind of rough when it launched, but it wasn't awful. But fighting games wasn't as popular as they are now, I think. Um, Street Fighter Cross Tekken launched. It was fucking awful. They barely did anything to fix it and stayed awful, and everybody gave it up. Marvel 3 online never got good. So that's that. So this is what Capcom can do. Capcom can treat it like Street Fighter Cross Tekken and let it die, basically. They can treat it like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and let it die online and make it to when people that play it are used to lag and people that play it just play it at tournaments. Or they can actually try to fix it. Capcom is trying to fix it. But they're inept apparently.
Right? So, what this means is no first early gameplay stream tomorrow. There's nothing for me to play.
Nothing for them to play. Snort.
So here's what I'm going to do. During that time frame, first, I'm going to basically put together my Street Fighter V review. So it's going to be footage of the game, just like I've been doing with my recent Hateful Truth reviews. Footage of the game.
You would think, okay, you can call this nitpicking, I really don't care, but you would think that somebody that's like a fighting game dude, it's not like he's IGN or GameSpot that they just got to throw something out there. He's a fighting game dude. You would think a fighting game dude, somebody that played fighting games all the time, played them competitively at one point, been playing them for the last, 20 years? More than that, maybe? He been playing fighting games more than 20 years. A lot, not just off and on. You would think he would wait to review Street Fighter V. But no, he's going to put out a review a week after it come out. A week.
Me doing voiceovers.
That sounds like a good idea.
And basically reviewing the game in depth. And that's going to come out on KO Gaming, okay? YouTube.com/KO Gaming 1 during the course of the afternoon at some time tomorrow. So normally when I would be streaming, instead no stream, but I'm going to work on that and release my Street Fighter V review on KO Gaming. I get the feeling a lot of people want to know my opinion on this one, so please check that out.
Okay? You barely know anything about the game.
If I have time, it all depends on how long it takes.
He probably knows less about Street Fighter V than me.
Review. I may film a reactions to tonight's WWE Fastlane pay-per-view. It's actually taking place right now as I record this week in preview. You know, it's tough on the West Coast because everything here is delayed. You know, we're 3 hours behind when stuff is going on live. So for me, it's like, I'll watch it on demand when I get a chance. So I'm going to watch it tonight.
Because his life is so busy otherwise?
And just like I did with the Royal Rumble, I would like to record and share my thoughts. Now, the good thing is this isn't the Royal Rumble. So this should be a much shorter reactions video where I just give a minute or two of a reaction to each match.
So it's going to be him disliking the outcome of every match. Because that's pretty much what he does. He's one of those wrestling fans that don't like anything that happens no matter what and say the old days used to be better. Oh my God, the old days are so much better. But they continue to watch the new shit just to say it's bad. I know somebody's gonna comment and say, "Oh, wrestling was better back in the day." Yeah, it's because you was younger back in the day. It's like some people think video games is better back in the day, and people that are young now, 20 years from now, is gonna be saying, "Now video games are better than the games that's coming out 20 years from now." Oh man, remember when that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 DLC came out? Call of Duty was the best game ever back then. I was 12 years old. Yeah, it's called nostalgia. Anyway,
what I think about the outcomes.
Let's continue. I'm rambling.
People really liked the one I did for the Royal Rumble. Since I'm not doing Smart Guys anymore, it makes sense for me to do it. So if I finish the Street Fighter V review in a relatively good amount, decent amount of time, and something goes wrong, it doesn't get drug out or whatever, I will be doing a Fastlane's reactions video as well. That will be released right here on the King of Hate vlog. So you're going to have the Street Fighter V review on KO Gaming, and then if I have time, I'm going to do that reactions video here.
She's hand motions. Take a sip.
Now, if Capcom doesn't fuck up...
Let me cut my surround sound on.
Big
artificial surround sound.
And if the gameplay servers are
sounds so fucking weird.
Tomorrow night, I want to do a late stream, the final hurrah for Street Fighter V, okay? So, oh boy.
Simulated surround sound with videos like this sounds so fucking weird.
Ideally, if this works, maybe around 6 to 6:30, maybe 7 p.m., it all depends on when the servers go back on. I would like to do a gameplay stream that's at least 2 hours long, if not longer. Me, again, taking the characters like Birdie and Rashid and Ryu, who I haven't played with in a few days now.
Boring
and
ass
maybe
Ryu.
characters I haven't played with yet, like Ken and stuff like that, taking them into the online environment against...
More nitpick time. He reviewing Street Fighter 5 and he hasn't even played with all the characters. Never even played with Ken. Never even played with Ken.
Tougher ranked opponents that you now get faced up with. And I want to
How do you have Street Fighter and didn't play with Ken yet?
see how I fare in a big block of online gameplay. So if you've been enjoying the content all week and you could be there for the last hurrah stream, do, because it's going to be the last one for a while. Okay?
Okay.
So that's going to be Monday night. Now, it might not ever happen because Capcom might completely fuck up and then there's nothing, servers don't work. Sorry if that happens, you know, but I can only
they're
work
gonna
with
fuck
what's
up that
available in the
bad.
fucking game. Trust me, I'm going to vent fully in the review tomorrow about this.
Of course he is.
There you have it. That's my plans for tomorrow. Now, video-wise, gameplay videos on DSP Gaming. I'm going to release the matches where I tried to play with Chun-Li and got my ass handed to me because the online gameplay changed so dramatically. I'm going to release the much...
It's funny because those matches happen Saturday. And they getting uploaded Monday?
tougher ranked matches that I played yesterday. And then later in the day, I am going to upload any videos from my second stream.
Uploaded.
So basically by the end of being overnight on Monday,
okay, they get
all
uploaded
Street
Monday.
Fighter 5 videos will be released. So for those of you who unsubscribed from DSP Gaming this week, those of you who didn't want your inboxes flooded, come back on Tuesday.
Come back
right?
Tuesday.
Because Tuesday is going to be a huge day, and here's
Come back
why.
Tuesday to see
3
these
new
fucking
game releases
lame-ass
this week.
games.
Huge ones, too. It's not like little games that no one cares about. Things that people have been talking about. First of all,
Who been talking about Far Cry Primal?
Second of all, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. It's right, the direct sequel.
I
that
love
came
the
2
first
years ago that
game.
no one expected anything from. Ended up being one of the best shooters in a decade. And number 3, The Walking Dead Michonne
Lofty.
episodic game
Michonne.
this week. All right. So how will I be covering this?
That's how you pronounce it.
I'm going to go back to my old method, all right? I'm not going to be uploading 400 videos a day. What I'm going to do is on Tuesday, I'm going to go in the morning, pick up the games from GameStop.
Why are you so fucking in-depth on this? But he's going to go back to his old method. Dude, you did a lot of videos for 1 week, bruh.
Tuesday, about noonish.
You're making a big deal out of it.
First stream will be the premiere Far Cry Primal. This will be about a 3.5 to 4 hour long gameplay stream. Record that, upload those videos to DSP Gaming. I will be doing a second stream around 7 p.m. that Tuesday night. That's going to be Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Wednesday. Yes, again, I'm doing the same schedule Tuesday and Wednesday. So Wednesday, early on, Far Cry Primal for about 3.5, 4 hours, and then Plants vs. Zombies at night. Now, you might say, well, why aren't you doing The Walking Dead, Michonne right away? I don't understand.
Because it's going to get low views.
All right? 2 reasons. Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust playing stuff on PC anymore because, unfortunately, when I try to play PC games and
what sense does this make? I'm not going to play it Tuesday because I don't trust playing games on PC. So I'm going to play it Wednesday?
After them, they don't run properly. They have frame rate drops and issues, and it has to do
Also, why don't he just get this on the PS4?
with my capture setup and all that, and I'm not going to get into the semantics and details of it because people still argue with me to this day, and I keep telling them, no, there's no way I could do it properly. I don't care.
You
I
have
digress.
2 PCs and one you don't use.
So any of these episodic releases have to be on console. Now, here's the problem. They don't always release simultaneously on console. Sometimes they come out on Xbox first. Sometimes they come out on PlayStation 4 first. Sometimes they come out at the same time. Sometimes, for some reason, they get delayed on one and not the other. So I have absolutely no clue if there's a promise when this first episode of this Michonne game is going to go live. So rather than fucking argue and worry about it and say, I'm going to do it at this time and then it's not ready, I'm going to leave it till Thursday. Okay?
Thursday?
I'm going to do the smart thing here, and I'm going to actually purposely leave it until around Thursday.
Everyone else is going to play it before then.
So that way, God forbid it doesn't release or something goes wrong, at least on Thursday it should be available everywhere. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Take a sip.
Now, knowing Telltale Games probably
sounds so
this will be
weird
about
and
a
surround
90-minute
sound.
long episode, but this is another advantage of waiting until Thursday. Since I'm going to wait, people will have already played it, and they could say, Phil, it's an hour long. Phil, it's 5.
Since it will already be out for so long, people will have played it and are going to tell me how long it is. They're gonna spoil the length of the game for me, and that's gonna make the content better. Is what he's trying to tell me.
5 hours long. They could tell me how long this episode is so that I know if I should make it my first or my second stream on Thursday, right?
Oh my
so that's
god,
perfect
you
because
suck,
now
DSP.
I'll actually be able to judge how long it is based off of what people have told me, and I'll be able to put it in there. So maybe Thursday could be Far Cry Primal on my first stream and some Walking Dead Michonne on the second stream. Or if the Walking Dead is long, maybe I'll do that on my first stream. I'll take a break from Far Cry Primal, maybe do some Plants vs. Zombies late, and then Far Cry will return on Friday. Excuse me. I'm not sure, but
also, remember when he said he would start streaming? This is the reason why he streamed 4 hours for his first stream, because he's supposed to not stream more than one time a day. But now he's streaming 2 times a day, and he's trying to play all these games as soon as they come out. 400 views, what happened to that? It's just so much.
The bottom line is, it's going to happen. All those games are going to be played this week, okay? Friday night, Hits of the Week will return on KO Gaming. I know a couple weeks back,
it's returning.
Shit, and they were like, Phil, you didn't do Hits of the Week. Why not? And I tried to explain to people, but I guess not everyone gets wind of it. I can't do game reviews and vlogging and Hits of the Week and everything.
I can't do game reviews, vlogging, and Hits of the Week for everything. But when you made a new channel, but that's the point of. Okay.
It's one or the other. I don't have time to do every kind of edited video possible. So I actually asked the public last week. I said, would you rather have game reviews or Hits of the Week? And everyone overabundantly said, do game reviews. You haven't done them in 100 years. So I did, and I'll be honest, not too many people checked out the game.
Oh my god, we talking about views. First of all, he asked people on Twitter, I think he asked Twitter, like, the people that didn't fucking block and mute already, those the only people I could respond. And not many people checked it out, I gotta be honest, and I gotta shake my head when I look at the screen.
Game reviews that I put out, I don't think too many people actually cared about the game reviews that I put out. It's not that they were big giant releases with Unravel or Firewatch regardless, but I did what people responded to me. I directly listened to feedback, and that's what I did. Alright? This week, there was no Hits of the Week to do because all I did was play Street Fighter V. So instead I did a best finishes of week 1. So I did a montage of the best match finishes in Street Fighter V that I had up to Friday night. And
no, the best match finish is when he won.
I did release that, and I think that was a great video, and I hope that everyone actually enjoyed that video because I thought it was pretty superb what I was able to put out there. Some fun montage of the characters that I've been playing. So I hope you've checked it out. If you haven't, go to KO Gaming. It's a really cool montage.
KO Gaming won. You fucked up.
Stuff. You might really enjoy that montage, okay? But
KO
this
Gaming
week,
won.
Hits of the Week returns Friday night. Of course, it'll obviously be a combination of Far Cry Primal, Plants vs. Zombies, and The Walking Dead Michonne. That's what you'll see in Hits of the Week this week. No, I probably won't include any more Street Fighter V. We've already been there, done that. All right? The weekend, I'll be continuing on with all these games. That's what you'll see in Hits of the Week this week. No, I probably won't include any more Street Fighter V. We already been
R.I.P. Street Fighter V.
They're done that. All right? The weekend, I'll be continuing on with all these games. I'm sure at least between Far Cry Primal and Plants vs. Zombies, there's going to be a lot of stuff to cover, especially Plants vs. Zombies. It's very addictive. You get hooked, and you want to keep playing it as you unlock classes and stuff. You want to keep going. And Far Cry, we know those games are always long, so I guarantee you that's going to be one that's probably going to be at least a 10 to 15-hour playthrough, so it's going to need several streams in order to finally conclude. So I have a whole week dedicated to these games, okay? And now to...
Don't you love how he doesn't even have a game in his hand yet, and he already trying to think about how long it's going to take to beat it?
Clarify on the point I made earlier about Street Fighter V. The first week of March has no new releases all week until the end of the week, March 4th, a Friday. It's The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. This is a Zelda game I never played. I've never even seen it. I never played it, never did anything with it. I know nothing about it at all. So literally when I play it for the first time, I'm going to be like, holy shit, what's this about? This is a game I completely skipped over.
And then I'm going to look at the chat and everyone's going to spoil it for me.
During an era when I wasn't into console gaming.
I was playing fighting games.
So that's going to be awesome, but
it's going to be awesome.
I have nothing going on. So
Street
I
Fighter.
have plenty of time to finish up with Far Cry, to play a ton of Plants vs. Zombies. I don't know how Plants vs. Zombies works. if you could do like fan lobbies and stuff, maybe I'll do a fan multiplayer lobby.
Yeah,
where
really.
you can join and play with me. I don't know yet. I have no idea how it works. And what I would like to do ideally is even review all those games during this time period when there's no new releases. That would be perfect.
By the way, it's very possible to play against anybody in Street Fighter 5. You just need a little fighting idea, username, whatever you want to call it. You just put it in, you send him an invitation. He could have did that with Street Fighter 5, but he didn't. He instead would rather sit there and complain because he can't get a match for 20 minutes instead of just saying, hey, if you want to play me, put your fighting ID in the chat and I'm going to play you. He would have got trolled, but at least he would have fucking been able to play.
So, you're going to have this week, you'll have all the game playthroughs, a hits of the week on Friday, continuing playthroughs throughout the weekend.
Okay, let me cut this off.
And
It
then
sounds
next
weird.
week, I start to finish up the games. I start to review the games, right? That would be pretty awesome. And that's exactly the kind of stuff that I want to do this year. I want to be able to do follow-up and really feel like, okay, I finished the game, but now I can review it, rather than, rush to the next thing, rush to the next thing,
It makes no sense.
So that's what I'm planning, okay? And then, of course, just to give you a preview of March, because I'm sure a lot of people are interested, you've got
a lot of people?
The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. You've got the new Hitman episodic game. UFC 2, which hasn't been one in a couple of years.
All of these games are eye rolls
and
to
I
me.
am playing MLB this year. I haven't played it for a couple of years now. I'm in a mood to get back into it.
I haven't played it for a couple of years now. You mean 1 year? Because you played the one that came out before the last one. Couple years apparently.
People enjoyed my MLB playthroughs a couple years
Did
ago.
they really
so I want to get
enjoy
back into
it?
that, and I will be doing that.
You should play Madden this
I'm
year.
on the fence about The Division. All right.
Play Madden.
And it just so happens so many people were you in the why weren't you in the earlier Division beta? Well, because I didn't pre-order the Division, so I didn't have access to that beta.
Because Ubisoft didn't give
Phil,
them
why
money.
didn't you play the Division beta this weekend when it was open? Because I was playing Street Fighter 5. It seems like every opportunity that there's been to play the Division, I don't really have the opportunity to play it. And I still have not heard not one person has said, Phil, this is a must-play game. This is a revolutionary game. This is a game you're really going to regret it if you skip it. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. Most people have said to me,
Most people have said people. Jesus Christ, you say that word a lot. But somebody has to tell him it's a must-play game. You have to play it for him to consider playing it now. By the way, look at that face. That is an emote-worthy face right there with the eyes to the side.
Probably won't miss anything if you skip it. It seems more like an MMO style kind of game where you're going to get addicted and you're going to want to
47
play the shit
minutes
out of
in.
it
I'm
in
gonna
order
use
to
that.
get the better loot.
That's gonna be the
if you're not playing with a team, it also might not be fun. You don't really have a team to play with. So I don't know. I mean, again, this is all hearsay that I'm hearing. The
Stop
Division
going
was
off fucking
something
hearsay,
that I saw an
man.
E3 trailer for 3-4 years ago. And every year, E3, they do a new trailer. And every year that I see a new trailer, I get less interested.
Yep.
At this point, I'm kind of like, I don't even know if I want to try it. I'm thinking about it still, but I'm certainly not sold.
It's next month. Who cares? Take a sip.
So how about this?
Tilt it toward the camera.
I'll put this in your hands. I'd like to see what the viewers have to say about me playing The Division. If I do play it, do you think I would enjoy it? Is it the kind of game that's my style, or do you think it's not my style and it's a game that's more MMO, which you know?
I want to know what the viewers think. The people that I don't have blocked and muted and banned in every fucking place possible. All right,
I don't like to do. I don't have a lot of ongoing time investment to put into games outside of, say, the launch week or 2 weeks to beat them. So, is it a game worth playing for me?
We gotta hit that again.
I don't
remember he doesn't just play these games to rush through them, except for when he only has a week or two to beat them.
Have a lot of ongoing time investment to put into games outside of, say, the launch week or 2 weeks to beat them. So, is it a game worth playing for me? A lot of you played it. I know a lot of you played the beta. Tell me your thoughts, whether you put a comment on this video, whether you shoot me an email, darksydephil@hotmail.com, whatever it means, contact me and let me know what you think about The Division and if I should play. Okay?
Okay.
Now, before we conclude here, a couple housekeeping things, because I haven't had a chance to talk about a few things.
Oh boy,
in
here we
recent
go.
times. Number one, time is almost up. If you were a January
Patreon.
patron and you were nominating games for my Patron's Choice playthrough, time's almost up. Because at the end of this week, I'm going to close off that poll on thekingofhate.com. Excuse me, it's not a poll, it's a thread on thekingofhate.com. My mistake. And then I'm going to create the poll based off of that thread, where you'll have about 2 weeks in March, if you're a patron, to vote on which games I'm going to be playing in the Patron.
The people that gave me money last month get to vote this month on what they get to vote for next month? I don't know. Holy shit.
It's playthrough. And right now it's like tons of variety of games. Like it's not even like consensus. Phil should really play this one. No, the games are kind of all over the place. So interesting to see what's going to win out. So please, if you're a patron from January and you have not yet nominated a game you'd like to see me play, on the kingofhate.com forums. All right.
All right.
Number 2, this week, kind of on the DL, I didn't even really
On the
announce it too
DL.
much besides Twitter. I updated my Patreon page. It looks different now. I went to the new layout because in March they're going to force me to use the new layout anyway. So now you get to see a giant close-up of my face because I don't have any other better pictures of me. So you get this giant blown-up close-up of my face, all right? But anyway, the new goal for February has been set. The goal is the return of the platforming marathon. Now, last year, I did platforming marathons for Crash Bandicoot 2. Then later on in the year, I ended up doing Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I got halfway through it, but never finished it. And I'll be honest, I was enjoying a lot of that game, but I've been so caught up in new releases and year-end stuff early in January.
He has a Patreon to play games he wants to play, and not just to worry about the new games and the new releases.
And now you see how many new games there are. I just don't have opportunity to finish the game. If that game gets voted in,
he don't have an opportunity to finish the game. But no new games are coming out besides the 3 coming out next week that he wants to play. One of them is multiplayer. One of them is going to take 1 day to beat. He just can't find time to play it, though.
For this new platforming marathon, great. Then that's what I'll play. But the other candidates are Crash Bandicoot 3, another game people wanted to see me play to finish off the classic trilogy, and the return of Banjo-Kazooie HD is also an option because that was the option last time in December. So if we hit the funding goal on Patreon...
Look how lazy this is. Banjo-Kazooie was an option last month, and it's also an option this month or last time. I think he meant last time. I don't fucking know. I forgot what the last month one was. But yeah, $1,250 for him to play Crash 3 and probably not finish it, for him to play Banjo-Kazooie and probably not finish it, or for him to maybe finish Conker's Bad Fur Day. And if people vote for Conker's Bad Fur Day, that mean he got almost $3,000 to play one game. Almost $3,000 to play one game. That is quite phenomenal. That's something.
And for this month, all right, patrons who pledge $5 or more will be voting on which of the 3 games should I play in this new platforming marathon that will take place at the end of March. Okay, so that's the goal for this month. I think it's a good one. It's either continuing out something you guys already wanted to see the conclusion of, or starting up something new that you guys already asked for.
It's the same shit, though.
So no matter what, I'm catering to you, but I can only do one. I hope we hit the goal level, and I'll be honest with everyone, I haven't talked about Patreon almost at all this month. Very rarely, because of all the other stuff that was going on, and by the time that I finally got all the patron stuff updated mid-month, then it was Street Fighter time, and Street Fighter's been so hectic, I haven't been mentioning it much. We have not hit the goal level. We're actually
you were too
below
busy
it by
talking
over
about
$100.
Alpha Omega Sin.
So I'll tell you right now, also, when we get closer to the end of the month, which is only a week left in February, people tend to lower their pledges. There might have been some people who did large pledges in January, and they're going to lower them for February. So already it says like we're 100 to 150 under. We're probably more than that, all right? So I'm just being real here. Right now, we have not hit that goal, and I don't want anyone to feel safe and be like, Phil hits the goal every month. I was like that in September of last year, and we were this close to missing the goal because I wasn't basically reminding everyone pushing for it. So I think I'm going to have to. Please, if you enjoy what I do daily, if you like the live streams, you'll like the gameplay content, you're loving that I'm going to be covering 3 new games this week, right? You're looking forward to the reviews and the montages, and you're looking forward to everything that I'm going to be putting out, the vlogs, reactionary vlogs, everything. Please consider pledging to Patreon. That is allowing me to keep doing this full-time. It's a huge help, and seriously, if it weren't for Patreon, I would not be able to still do this as my full-time job. That's real talk with the way that YouTube revenues have dropped and my...
If it wasn't for donations, I wouldn't be able to do this as my full-time job. What a weird life he lives.
Renegotiations. This is the main reason why I'm still doing YouTube. Okay?
Okay.
So please check it out at patreon.com/Darksyde Phil. It's right there. I could have pointed there the whole time I was talking about it, but I wasn't that smart. Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty much it for this week. It's a big one, right? It's a really big week.
Well, we talked a long time in this video. I did not want this to be this long. Are we done here?
say thank you everyone for your ongoing support.
Look
Let's have a
weird.
great gameplay week.
Okay, we done here. Jesus Christ.
I'll
Nazi
see you
salute.
next Sunday for the next weekend preview, where I'll tell you what we've done, what we've accomplished, and how
Let's see.
what will be actually contained in the week coming after that. Maybe the return of Street Fighter V, who knows. But for now, I'm
Come on,
DSP
finish it up.
signing off.
Nazi salute.
Thanks
did
for
it.
watching, and special thanks to the...
Nope, not playing that because this video is going to get content ID'd if I do. Let's go to Patreon. Patreon.com/Darksyde file. It looks interesting. The new Patreon layouts look like fucking MySpace pages. Yeah, it's hideous. Let me see if I can get this on the screen correctly. Shrink that in a little bit. That's gonna be good enough. Yeah, it looks fucking hideous. It looks like a MySpace page. But yeah, not much has really changed, so that's good. There's really nothing for me to talk about. Creators post. What is this? Nothing. He doesn't have creators post. Patrons post. I'm not gonna say anything. Rockathon is worth more to me than that $10. Somebody posted a picture of Black Ops 3. Wow, these posts are really old. None of these even from December. I think he did some cleanup. But yeah, it's not really much to talk about. He already talked about it in the video, and I already pretty much said what I wanted to say. But yeah, what he's gonna do, you give him $5 this month, and you can vote on which one of these games he play at the end of next month. So yeah, Crash 3, he won't finish it. Banjo-Kazooie HD, he won't finish it. And Conker's Bad Fur Day, he already played about half of it allegedly, and he might finish it if he stream. Well, remember, this is the same dude. After playing games for 3 or 4 hours, his eyes start to hurt. He start taking 15-minute breaks. He starts saying he hungry. He got a headache. His finger hurt. His thumb hurt. All kind of crazy shit. So don't trust him. Just fucking pay him and make him play Conker's Bad Fur Day, please. So he can just finish that shit instead of starting a new game and not finishing that either. And then he can have 2 Patreon games he never finish. But goals are still the same. He still don't have a $75 goal, and he still doesn't have a goal that involves a physical item, which I think he should have. It used to be a shirt, but Howard got mad about that, and then the shirt reward miraculously disappeared, and he claimed that he had no more shirts left, even though before he got rid of the shirts, it said like 19 of 20 available. But I digress. So yeah, no physical item, no $75 reward, which is bad. But yeah, he currently at 1189 out of 1250. So I guess we'll be checking that in a couple in about a week. Yeah, in about a week to see if he hit the goal yet. But it's pretty much all I got to talk about. Ain't nothing really interesting happened with his Patreon. Not anything worth talking about. It's like, yeah, nothing, pretty much. The Rockathon that recently happened, well, the one that happened and then last month was kind of shit. Yeah, it was shit. Trust me. I think I complained about that already though, so I'm not gonna talk about it right now. But I guess we done. We don't even have a hashtag for this video, do we? What could be the hashtag? We need a hashtag, right? Damn. It's not good. I'm not good at thinking of ones on the spot like this.